Join me as I dive into the challenge of finding out which 5 planets out there could actually be better suited for human life than our very own Earth. Have you ever stopped to think about the fact that we're not just lucky to have a planet that can support life, but we're also pretty fortunate to have a planet that can support human life, specifically? I mean, Earth is by no means perfect, but it's definitely home, right? However, as we're facing challenges like climate change and overpopulation, it's becoming increasingly important to consider the possibility of finding alternative habitable planets that could potentially be better suited for human life than our own. One of the most significant challenges we're facing on Earth is climate change. It's no secret that our planet is getting warmer, and the consequences of that are being felt all over the world. From intense natural disasters to unpredictable weather patterns, climate change is affecting every aspect of our lives, not to mention the massive impact it's having on our planet's biodiversity and ecosystems. It's a problem that requires immediate attention and action. Another major challenge we're facing is overpopulation. With the global population projected to reach 9.7 billion by 2050, it's becoming increasingly difficult to provide for everyone's basic needs. From food and water to housing and education, the strain on our resources is growing by the day. And let's not forget about the environmental impact of overpopulation. From pollution to deforestation, it's a vicious cycle that we need to break. As we continue to face these challenges, it's becoming clear that we need to think outside the box, or in this case, outside our planet, to find solutions. That's why the search for alternative habitable planets is becoming more urgent than ever. But with so many planets out there, which ones are actually worth considering? In this video, we're going to explore 5 planets that could potentially be better suited for human life than our own Earth. So without further ado, let's dive into our top 5 picks. Coming in at number 5, we have Kepler 452b, a planet that's often referred to as Earth 2.0. Located about 1400 light-years from Earth, Kepler 452b is about 60% larger in diameter than our planet and orbits a star that's very similar to the Sun. It's a rocky world with a thick atmosphere, and scientists believe it could be capable of supporting liquid water, making it a prime candidate for hosting life. At number 4, we have Gliese 667cc, a planet that orbits a red dwarf star in the constellation of Scorpius. This planet is about 4.5 times the mass of Earth and orbits its star at a distance that would allow it to support liquid water, making it a promising candidate for life. What's really interesting about Gliese 667cc is that it's part of a triple star system, which means it would have a pretty unique and dramatic sky. Coming in at number 3, we have TRAPPIST-1e, one of 7 Earth-sized planets that orbit the ultra-cool dwarf star TRAPPIST-1. This planet is thought to be a rocky world with a thick atmosphere, and scientists believe it could be capable of supporting liquid water, making it a prime candidate for hosting life. What's really cool about TRAPPIST-1e is that it's part of a system of planets that are all thought to be tidally locked, meaning one side of the planet would be permanently day, while the other side would be permanently night. At number 2, we have K218b, a planet that orbits a small, cool star about 111 light-years from Earth. This planet is about twice the size of Earth and has a thick atmosphere that could be capable of supporting liquid water. What's really interesting about K218b is that it's thought to be a hybrid planet, meaning it's got a mix of rock and gas, making it a pretty unique world. And finally, at number 1, we have LHS 1140b, a planet that orbits a small, cool star about 40 light-years from Earth. This planet is about 1.4 times the size of Earth and orbits its star at a distance that would allow it to support liquid water. What's really cool about LHS 1140b is that it's thought to be a super-Earth, meaning it's got a lot more mass than our own planet, which could make it a lot more hospitable to life. But if I had to pick one planet that really stands out from the rest, it would have to be LHS 1140b. I mean, this planet is like the ultimate super-Earth. It's got a thick atmosphere, it's got liquid water, and it's got a surface temperature that could be capable of supporting life as we know it. And the best part is it's relatively close to us, which makes it a prime candidate for future exploration and potential colonization. So what would it take for humanity to colonize a planet like LHS 1140b? Well, first and foremost, we'd need to develop the technology to get there. That means creating faster-than-light travel or generation ships that could sustain human life for centuries. We'd also need to develop the infrastructure to support human life on a new planet, from housing and food production to energy and transportation. And of course, we'd need to make sure we're not contaminating the planet with our own presence, which would require a deep understanding of the planet's ecosystem and biodiversity. In conclusion, it's clear that there are definitely planets out there that could be better suited for human life than our own Earth. Whether it's Kepler 452b, Gliese 667cc, TRAPPIST-1e, K218b, or LHS 1140b. Each of these planets has its own unique characteristics that make it worth exploring. And who knows, maybe one day we'll find a planet that's even more hospitable to human life than our own Earth. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments about which planet you find the most intriguing. And if you're interested in learning more about space exploration, be sure to check out our video on the top 5 most distant objects in our solar system.